was a forecast for sun today, which turned out to be correct. So yesterday I wanted to get into the greenhouses and get the weeds out of there before it got warm. Yeah, and so now I am out here planning to harvest this first bed of lettuce mix greens. So let's take a look at that. This might be a little hard to see with the shade, but you can see the lettuces appear to be really nice. We'll see if they got pest eaten. But the mizuna has bolted to seed, and also the spinach, because it's been so cold and these guys have been in the ground so long growing that they just are going to flower. So I'm going to harvest the lettuce and consider whether I want to pull all this stuff out. There's my little dear friend eating the peas out of my peas and oats. What you doing, buddy? I'm harvesting lettuce. Seeing quite a few slugs. Hi, buddy. You just gonna come in here and eat my stuff? Yep. Oh, yummy. Yummy, huh? Oh, what big ears you have. Lettuce. I was running into a lot of little tiny slugs. So anytime I got one in there, I just kind of take the whole batch and get rid of the leaf. So I lost a lot of leaf, but that's pretty nice. 10 pounds minus 6 for the tub is about 4 pounds of lettuce. Can you hear it? Can you see it? That's rain. Just when I thought we were gonna get some dry days. 14 holes. Now I gotta hit this side. Got everything here, except for 2 holes by the tree. So there are 2 more holes to dig by the tree. There were some roots over there and I was kind of jumping on them as I was trying to dig that one hole. And then I slipped and I fell on that stump, which jammed into my ribs. And so now I have like bruised ribs. Yay. Anyway, all the NRCS tunnel holes are located and I started them, and then Tyler's going to deal with the rest of that. What I'm going to do now is pull out all this residue from this bed that I harvested so I can get it ready to plant some more lettuce greens. So yeah. Okay, everything's cleared out here. I even took the biomulch off the back where it used to be covered in horsetail. But that looks like it's all dead. Theoretically, or actually, I need to cut off a foot from this edge of the bed and move it over here because I've got the beds off. Yeah, and then eventually this will have to come off here a foot. And I already made it, so it works out right there. But gee willikers, I don't know if I can shovel all this with my broken back. This bed right here looks like it's going to be ready to harvest next week. Can you see this? The spinach is a little bit tiny leaves. So I was thinking, oh, I'm gonna sell this, the end of this week, Friday. Friday's 4th of July. What a dork. So I'm gonna have to start selling next week. And then I've got all of this that might be ready to harvest. So that might be a lot of greens. Anyway, we'll see how it goes. Okay, I'm over here now in the onion and parsley bed. And I think I'm gonna just pull off this biomulch and plant some garlic. I didn't use up all the garlic that I saved for myself this winter, and so I don't want it to go to waste. Some of it's already dried up. So I thought I would just plant it with pretty close spacing in here and grow it for garlic greens in case it sprouts and grows quickly enough. It's an idea I'm getting from Paxton, Paxtiano Dirt Frog channel. Because he really likes the garlic greens. So anyway, That's what I'm gonna try. Oakley dokley. Planted. I did the same spacing as I do my green onions back there. Let's see if they sprout. So my garlic scapes are all popping out. So I need to cut these off too, and sell those next week. Happy Independence Day, folks. Normally I would go downtown and watch the logging show, which is my favorite. But we have today and maybe tomorrow of dry days, and then it's supposed to pour down rain again. So I am just gonna get as much work done as I can. And I'll probably have to put my bug hat on. Yeah, so I've got some kale over here, and it looks pretty from afar, but it's got like a lot of weeds and a lot of work. So let's get a close look down here. Oh, look at all these weeds. Weeds. And this is the Italian kale, which I wanted to grow to maturity. So I need to kind of, I'm going to cut back this red Russian, which some of this is getting to be bigger than baby leaf. So yeah, I was going to cut these back, maybe let them regrow, and then just let this Italian kale get bigger and kind of get it thinned out so it can hopefully, you know, in the time that I have left of the summer, get big enough so I can harvest and freeze. I am harvesting along and grabbing the Russian kale first. Ran into this, I don't know, it's a moth. I don't know if it's a spotted cutworm moth or different variety. This stuff is pretty clean. Not a lot of slug damage or other bug damage. So I've got 2 rows. I think I'm gonna just take this up to the fridge for now. It's starting to get a little wilty. I have some at the end here where it's just more weed than kale, so I think I'm just gonna leave those. So I just need to hit this one row here. Maybe get the collard greens in the back too. Got my little deer friend here helping me with the weeds. So this little girl deer from last year, and also sometimes her little sibling boy deer, are the ones that are hanging out around here. And they've kind of split up. Like, she's here more often and they're not together very much anymore. I think this is the same old deer that keeps coming around. But those are the only deers that are coming around. I'm in my collard green patch. And I'm gonna leave some of these guys in to grow bigger. These are my leggy collard greens. I gave them about a foot or more space in between. And now I just gotta get the last of this kale. This tub's going in the fridge. Next up is chard. And I think I'm going to let some of these get big and then just kind of trim down the rest so they can regrow. I don't know. There was a lot of bug-eaten leaf, so this is all I got out of this big old bed. I think I'm going to go ahead and thin the Italian kale next, and then just weed these beds if I have time. Okay, so it's 9 o'clock at night and I couldn't get to this bed. I just got the kale thinned and weeded, and so hopefully these guys grow and don't just like bolt to flower. Okie dokie. Nighty night. Nighty night. I got this first bed of scapes. Some of these are awfully big already. I should have got them at the beginning of the week. Yikes. So I'm into these last 2 beds. This is a different variety, probably Georgian fire. And scapes are a lot smaller, which is nice. I'm getting them off about the right time. decided to go ahead and seed this without trying to shift the bed over. Weeded. Okay, folks, so I think I got as much done as I could before the rain. I'm not sure what I'm going to do with the stuff I harvested this week. I'm kind of tempted to just freeze the baby kale for me, since I'm not 100% sure how the kale over here is going to do with what we have left of summer. Yeah, so I think that's it. So for reals, next week I should be selling some things. See you guys then.